In the year 2026, the world stands at a crossroads unlike anything seen in modern history. Tensions that had been building for decades finally reached a breaking point in the Middle East. Political rivalries, military alliances, and long-standing conflicts suddenly collided, creating a crisis that shook the global order. What began as a series of targeted military operations quickly escalated into something much larger. Strategic airstrikes were launched against key military facilities, command centers, and critical infrastructure. Within hours, the balance of power in the region appeared to change dramatically. Governments around the world watched in shock as the situation unfolded. Diplomatic channels that once kept tensions under control suddenly seemed powerless. Emergency meetings were called in New York and Geneva. But the speed of military events moved far faster than any diplomatic response. For decades, international relations had operated under unwritten rules, limits that most nations avoided crossing. But in this new crisis, many analysts believed those limits were disappearing. Across the Middle East, fear and uncertainty spread rapidly. Neighboring countries began reinforcing their borders and placing their armed forces on high alert. Oil facilities, military bases, and strategic shipping routes became potential flashpoints that could trigger a much larger conflict. At the same time, political pressure inside several countries intensified. Calls for retaliation grew louder. Leaders faced enormous pressure from their populations, while global powers tried to prevent the situation from spiraling out of control. But the most devastating impact of the conflict was not political. It was human. Civilians quickly became the ones paying the highest price. Cities already strained by economic hardships suddenly faced the threat of airstrikes and military escalation. Families fled their homes, hospitals filled with the wounded, and humanitarian organizations warned of a rapidly growing crisis. Images of destroyed neighborhoods and frightened children spread across social media, sparking protests in cities around the world. From Europe to Asia, millions demanded peace and accountability. But the roar of military engines often drowned out those voices. Experts warned that the Middle East was becoming a massive pressure cooker. One mistake, one miscalculation, or one unexpected attack could trigger a chain reaction that might draw multiple global powers into direct confrontation. Some commentators even began referencing old prophecies and predictions about a period of global instability, including those attributed to Baba Vanga. Whether coincidence or not, many people felt the world was entering a dangerous and unpredictable era.